presentation. It'll be the Los Angeles Clippers facing off against the New Orleans Hornets. Los Angeles, New Orleans, coming right up.
A look here at LeBron on his way in. The Hornets play before the hometown crowd at the New Orleans Arena. And we've got it right here for you on 2K Sports, live from New Orleans. Today's game marks the continuation of the Clippers' road schedule. It hasn't quite been easy getting going this year for them. 1 for 6 right now.
You know, I think in the second game of a back-to-back, it's always important to get off to a good start. And also, you have to make sure that you utilize your reserves a little more than normal.
Tip-off goes to the Clippers. And the Clippers starting 5. We've got Tyler Hansbrough. Harden out there with Collison. Then there's Lewis and Lopez. Rashard Lewis, and that's good. Lewis has got his first 3 points of the game. And it's the Hornets with the ball. It's a 3-point game. And the Clippers, one of the less successful teams historically in the NBA, playing in the West doesn't make it any easier for them.
No, it certainly doesn't, Kevin. I mean, but they broke about even against teams in the East last season, but against the West, totally different story. Only 15 and 37.
And let's go to Doris Burke. Doris, what do you have for us?
Kevin, rookie Ed Davis taken 13th by the Raptors out of the University of North Carolina. Remember, they won the NCAA championship in 2009, but he decided to return to school for his sophomore year. It was a tough year. Davis broke his wrist, and the team didn't make the NCAA tournament, a rarity for the Tar Heels. Still, Davis says, I have no regrets. I got stronger and more explosive. I grew as both a person and a player. Kevin, in Toronto, he certainly has an opportunity to play right away.
Yeah, good situation for him. Thanks, Doris. Here's LeBron. We saw him go on a scoring rampage last game. And for so many seasons, the Clippers, Clark, on the outside looking into the Western Conference playoff picture.
Yeah, it kind of makes you wonder sometimes if they were playing in the East, would they have enjoyed some playoff action to this point? They're in the West, though, so that's wasted energy.
That is what it is.
Yes, it is. Kevin, this guy keeps constant pressure on the defense whenever he has the ball. He's a good decision maker. He can score it, and he's also a terrific passer. He seems to always make the right decision with the ball.
Here's Dragic from outside, and the shot is good.
Finally able to get one down after starting off missing their first 3. It's definitely not the start they wanted.
Here is Collison. 11 points for him in that last game against Denver. From about 16, Lopez, no luck.
That's not something you'll see very often. Got the mid-range jumper he wanted, but off target.
Here's Gordon. Can't get it to go. Now the Clippers take it the other way, getting their first look of the season at this Hornets team.
They lost to this team all season long last year, and that's saying something. It's not like either team had many wins.
And now to Doris Burke, who spoke with Vinny Delnick. Doris?
Kevin, the main point of emphasis he passed along to his players was to keep their focus and intensity on the defensive end. He thinks that if they turn in the kind of defensive effort they're capable of, they'll feed off it at the other end of the floor. Gentlemen?
Doris, appreciate the update. And so it looks like defense early on is the strategic emphasis here.
Yeah, it usually is, Kevin. I mean, that's where coaches like to hang their hat on the defensive end of the floor.
It really lets the air out of your season when you, Clark, can't chalk up a win against another team that's down in the doldrums.
Yeah, that is frustrating for you. I'm sure everybody wants to put all that behind them, and it's a new season now.
Here's Lopez. 17 points for him last game against the Nuggets in Denver.
They've been unstoppable. What a strong start.
And it's the Hornets with the ball, trailing by 10. And moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
Boy, this was an up-and-down affair. I mean, back and forth. I thought they had a very competitive outing, but just ran out of gas towards the end. The pace was furious.
Here's Collison following the basket by LeBron James. From deep Harden, it's hauled in by LeBron. The Hornets trail by 8. Hornets fell off a bit last season, but they were still a tough team at home.
Well, 24 wins at their arena, Kevin, down from the year before, but not by much.
Here's Collison. 1:02 left in the first. And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets.
You know, they just struggle to make shots. And sometimes with teams, when they're missing shots, it has a way to take other parts of their game down, too.
Al-Farouq Aminu. He's checked in for New Orleans. Williams comes in for Goran Dragic. The Clippers also making some changes. Young comes in for Rashard Lewis. And it's Watson in for Darren Collison. So to follow up, Clark, on what you just touched on, how do the Hornets turn it around this year?
Well, I think it always starts with being healthy, Kevin, and that's for any team. But I also think in the case of the Bobcats, they need some help on the wings. But first and foremost, it's simply a game of good health for them.
A foul called, and he earns a trip to the line.
Tough interior defense means not allowing easy baskets. Good foul.
And the first one drops. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Here's Williams. He's coming off a 22-point game against Golden State. Aminu with it. A 3. Harden snatches it inside. Now Watson, who's coming off a 16-point game against Denver. And here's Hansbrough. Kisses it off the glass. First quarter over, and big numbers up on the board. Clippers lead by 6.
They're making the extra pass and finding guys for open looks. I love the discipline they've shown.
Next.
Close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. Here's Williams. So with LeBron on the bench, here's the group that Monty Williams has on the floor. Shaquille O'Neal is out there with Aminu. Then there's J.R. Smith. Then there's Lewis Williams and Corver. Lopez. No good. And New Orleans will take it the other way. They get to take on the Heat at Miami after this one. And that'll be game 1 of a 4-game road trip. The shot by Williams, no good. Clippers leading by 6. Lopez kicks to Matthews. And let's go to the 2K leaderboard to see the teams that blocked the most shots in the NBA last year. You take a look at the Clippers.
They've got a number of guys that can deny you when you take that ball inside. That's why they're one of the best shot blocking teams in the league, at least they were last year, because they worked well together and they made it a priority.
Lopez, no luck.
Kevin, that's the kind of shot you want. You can't ask for better execution on offense, but sometimes they just don't fall.
Hornets were a 500 team against the West a season ago.
Yeah, and that was a pretty good indication of their slide out of the Western Conference playoff. The year before, when they were the 7th seed, they won 30 games in the conference.
And again, no good by the Clippers.
Well, it's just been one of those kind of games for them.
From downtown, the shot's good from Smith. Smith's got 5.
There he goes. He didn't get a 3 in the first. They're starting to look for it here.
So going back to the Hornets' decline in the West last year, Clark, what do you think triggered it? Was it West catching up, or was it the injuries? What can you put your finger on?
I think it was more of the injuries, Kevin, particularly the injury to Chris Paul. But they also needed some more help in a number of spots with their personnel, and that's why it didn't happen for them.
Here is Watson, covered by Smith. And Lewis backs down. Tipped. After his great playoff run in 2009, people thought Lewis was primed for a big year last season, and he really kind of faltered.
Hey, you know what? He had that tough start, though. He was suspended at the start of the season, Kevin, and as a result, he never really was able to get into a rhythm early on, and that caused him to struggle all year, I think.
Williams against Davis. Got a hand on it. who is outside. Coop plus the hard. He would not be a chance to make it a three-point play. That's on El Farouk Aminu. New Orleans making some changes. Gets Ertz checked in, and it's Gordon in for J.R. Smith. Clark, when you look at the Clippers, there's no question there's talent on this roster. But an organization that's become synonymous with losing over the years, sometimes it's tough to shake that reputation.
Yeah, I agree with you there, Kevin. I mean, it's a tough burden to bear, and it's hard to change that mindset when you've been losing so much. So it's about pride, commitment, and a refocusing.
The Hornets trail. Here's Gordon. Buries the triple. Gordon's got his second basket of the night.
Fast break left the defense scrambling to react, and they couldn't get to him in time.
And here's Watson. McGee backs in. Gets it to fall. And the Clippers lead by one.
Boy, sharing the sugar, spreading the wealth, that's a good team effort.
Fires the three. And it's Gordon missing.
One of the ways where they've shown a definite edge, Kevin, has come on the glass today.
Here's Harden. Eric Gordon grabs the board. On offense, here are the Hornets. They've only allowed 5 points in the quarter. LeBron, good. LeBron's now got his second basket of the game. Watson with it. Los Angeles calls timeout. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Look at New Orleans. Solid start to the season so far, sitting in 6th place. Of course, there's the Clippers, way down below. Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Lopez is checked in, and Sam Young has subbed in for Rashard Lewis. Here's Young. Pass to Lopez. Dumps it off. Here's Harden. It's blocked. They retain possession. Let's loose for a three. Young's shot is off. New Orleans in the lead. For three. Shot's good by Williams. Williams has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Collison. 50 seconds left in the second. Young with the ball. Pass to Lopez. Sinks it from about 9 feet out. Lopez has got 6.
Boy, he's really special. The defense has to account for him at all times.
From the line, and it's New Orleans scoring again. Here's Collison. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Now Harden. The tray. And it's LeBron James with the rebound.
He's really struggled to get into any kind of comfortable flow here. 0 points this quarter, and he really doesn't look like himself out there.
Williams, that's good.
Boy, after having a tough time in the first, he's managed to turn it around nicely this quarter.
With 4 seconds on the clock, Lopez. And he's able to score the bucket. Foul called by the official. So 1 free throw for him right here. And he makes the free throw. And here comes Williams. And so we wrap up the first half.
Checking out the game J.R. Smith is having. He's got 7 points, and he's buried 1 3-pointer in the course of this game. Don't underestimate how important he's been.
From the New Orleans arena, back in a moment.
No better way to spend a Saturday night than in the comfort of the one you love, the HP Halftime Report. Plenty of hustle from the Hornets. They're getting a ton of points. And a couple of guys out there who are getting it done for their respective teams. Should be a fun second half.
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway. The game tooth and nail so far through the first half. Here's LeBron. And on the floor for Vinny Del Negro as we get into the second half. We've got Harden, Tyler Hansbrough out there with Lewis. There's Collison and Lopez. Clark, what great offense we've always seemed to see from LeBron.
Last season, it seemed he settled less for jump shots, and as a result, he had a career-best field goal percentage.
Lopez backs in. Shoots it up. Blocked. Well, let's take a look at last year's top scorers. LeBron James, second.
Yeah, he had a terrific year last year, consistent, and ended up being one of the best scorers in the league.
Here is Collison. Just 4 to shoot. The Clippers need to get off a shot.
He's been AWOL this quarter. When his team is down and in need of some scoring from him, he hasn't shown up.
Lewis misses. And Clark, LeBron can get to the rim just about at will.
Nobody in the league has his combination of strength, quickness, and ball handling ability. That's why he's such a force getting to the basket, Kevin.
Here's Lopez. He's got 9.
Well, he's had a tough time shooting the ball today.
And he slams it home. Here's the replay on this White Slam King.
That's hoops like it was meant to be, Kevin.
Power. Clark, even the sound of that dunk was massive.
Yeah, it was wicked.
Collison with it. Lewis outside. Hansbrough backs down. And it's out of bounds as the Hornets gain possession. And here's a quick look at how the Clippers' schedule is shaping up. It's off to Utah for them after this game as they take on the Jazz. They're in the midst of a 4-game road trip right now. That'll be game number 3. Lou Williams is checked in for Goran Dragic. The Hornets leading by 7. And here's LeBron outside. O'Neal is whistled for the loose ball foul. That's foul number 2 for him. And so here are the Clippers. 7-point differential. Here's Collison. It's the front rim and in. Collison's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Well, that's a start. They get one to go down finally, but now they need to build on it to keep the momentum going.
Now here's Williams. He has 7. Takes a 3. That's good. Williams has got 10 points in the game.
Right now, he's just too good, Kevin. Way too good. They need to bring a second defender and try to make him give up the ball.
Outside Collison. And here's Harden for 3. 10 hits. And New Orleans will take it the other way.
The shooting woes continue here. 1 of 5. Just 1 of 5. And I know they were hoping to get off to a faster start than that. Well, he gives up some height, but he didn't give up the rock. Nice board.
And he finishes it off with a lay-in. Harden's got his 2nd bucket of the night. The Hornets leading by 6. LeBron James on the wing. Lewis covering.
He's had some problems finding the range here in this quarter.
And here's Collison. 6 points for him. For LeBron James, last season ended with another tough defeat. This time, Clark, courtesy of the Boston Celtics.
And it's got to be frustrating for him, Kevin, to be the MVP, to have the best record in the league, but yet again, meet defeat before you can even get back to the finals. Disappointing.
Here's Gordon. It's good from beyond the arc. Gordon's got 9. Los Angeles calls timeout. Some changes for New Orleans. Ed Zurich checked in, and J.R. Smith subbed in for Eric Gordon. Reggie Evans, he's checked in for the Clippers. Davis comes in for Rashard Lewis. Collison kicks to Davis. Pass to Lopez. Over gets a reach. And the Clippers miss again. New Orleans in the lead. Here's LeBron. Nails the easy jumper. He's got 8. Here's Collison. 1:23 left in the 3rd. 13 feet out. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
You got to expect more out of him here. He's had a lot of difficulty this quarter, which in turn is making it difficult for them to cut into this deficit at all.
Williams, that's good.
Well, he's really been big for their team, finding a way to consistently get it done on the scoreboard.
Now Collison, 6 points for him. And here's Harden for 3, kept alive, takes it up. And it's Evans missing, and it's the Hornets with the ball. They're on a 14-6 run. Smith, a missed 3.
Little man went up against the big timber and came down with the arm.
Smith against Collison. Here's Davis. Duncan off the nice assist that time.
Uh-oh, a little bit of a statement made there while he hung on the rim.
That's one way to make sure the whole building knows exactly what you just did. Williams' shot is good.
He's a streaky shooter, but when he gets it going, he can put points on the board in a real hurry.
Collison against Williams. Goes up, scooped up. Davis dishes to Lopez. It's blocked. And the third quarter is over, and a good finish looks to be in store for all of us.
Take a look at what Lewis Williams been doing. He's got 14 points, and he's hit 2 shots from beyond the arc.
As the fourth quarter gets going, let's swing it over to Doris Burke, who has our Sprite Spark report. Doris?
Hi, Kevin. We've seen the spark in this game come from Lewis Williams. The effect he's had on them since he came in off the bench has really been noticeable. He's been a huge part of their play today, guys.
And Doris, thank you. Clark, what a spark he's been.
The provocateur entered the game and wasn't going the direction they had planned and turns it around. Well done.
Clippers trail by 9. So with LeBron on the bench, here's the group that Monty Williams has on the floor. Al Farouk Amino is out there with Shaquille O'Neal. Then there's Dragic, then there's Gordon, and Corver. And now we'll look at the upcoming schedule for the New Orleans Hornets. They'll be playing the Magic. That'll be game 2 of 4 straight on the road. Here's Dragic. He's covered by Collison. No good from Dragic. Now Lewis. Here's Temple. Shot misses. The Hornets go the other way with the ball. Let's loose for 3. Aminu with the bucket. And the Hornets lead by 12.
And these guys are going absolutely crazy from outside. Ever since the second half started, they've been nailing them nonstop.
Collison kicks to McGee, shoots over Shaq, and closing the shot, even with the foul. Now the 2 free throws. No good on the free throw. No good at the stripe this time. Second misses also.
You've got to box out on the free throws. Put a body on somebody. The little things can make a big difference.
Corver, Lewis covering. Shard Lewis pulls it in. Here comes Darren Collison, guarded now by Shaq. Oh! Throws down the reverse jam.
Oh, my word. Come on. That is so pretty. Turn that back to the basket and throw it down.
Now we're seeing some really special moves out there. Eric Gordon on the wing. Nails it from the wing. Here's Collison. About 3.5 minutes left in the fourth. And the Clippers call time here. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Well, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Vinny Del Negro was going over with his team. He was clearly fuming. He told them, "You guys look like you're sleepwalking out there." He said, "I don't know if you rolled out of the wrong side of the bed this morning or what, but we've got to step up and wake up." Guys?
Both teams deciding to change it up.
Boy, these guys have a terrific feel for each other. You have to in order to make plays like that.
Don't you think you can tell that they love being on the court together?
Boy, they're having a good time.
And here's Watson. He dumps it off. Lopez backs in. From the wing, And the Clippers getting another bucket right there.
That's exactly where the coach wants him to get his shot, Kevin. Right there from mid-range.
Here's Williams. Another one falls for New Orleans.
He's taken center stage here in the second half. He's been getting bucket after bucket.
Lewis outside. Buries it from deep. Lewis has got his third bucket of the night.
Kevin, you can't rest or blink at all on him. He's a dangerous scorer, and you have to know where he is at all times.
And it's Gordon missing. Clippers trail by 7. From deep, Harden. Eric Gordon grabs the board. 2:08 left in the game. Here's Williams. Eric Gordon on the wing. He's covered by Watson. Shot clock at 3. Shot clock at 2. And the basket by Gordon. And the Hornets lead by 9.
Simply too much quickness there. You got to really move your feet to keep up with him.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They're losing by 9. 1:46 after the fourth. And the Hornets making a change here. James is checked in. The Clippers also changing it up. Collison's out there. Backed on the way up, and he'll get 2 shots at the line. Sinks the first one, and that brings them within 8. Off on the second.
They can't afford too many missed free throws, Kev. They need every point they can get. The defense hasn't let them get too many clean looks in this game. He's having trouble with in here, and I think you got to credit the defense. That's really a magnificent job from the field today. I mean, they're lighting it up here in the second half, and you got to attribute it to their concentration and their ball movement. I mean, they're getting the shots they want, and they're knocking them down. This is one of the key reasons why they're losing. You have to get more production out of your core star players.
Here's Shaq, and another 3 for New Orleans.
Kevin, over the course of the game, they've gotten it done. This should be an insurmountable lead.
Shaq against Lopez. Guarded now by Shaq. Tipped. Here's Hansbrough. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Those are the kinds of shots that just have coaches shaking and scratching their heads, wondering what was their guy thinking. I think they've sealed this. Not enough time left to mount a comeback.
And the Clippers call time here. They're behind by 15. 46 seconds left in the game. A platoon swap here for New Orleans. Here is Harden to end the run. Great play to stay with it.
Just hustle points right there. He got into great position and made the most of the second chance.
Clarkie's showing us those soft hands.
Well, he earned that opportunity.
Korver, Hansbrough defending. Here's Korver. Can't get it to go. And the Clippers the other way now.
Kevin, not much they can do right now. Time is not on their side.
It stays here. Here's Lopez. Off the inbound pass. Bellinelli gets the board inside. Here's got to reach. Another one falls for New Orleans.
They're leading by double digits, and I'd say this game is essentially done.
And here's Harden. Jacks up the triple. The shot's good. Collison making the play. Harden's got his third basket of the night. Bellinelli for 3. No one. So we see the Hornets taking the win here. Not much to be critical of with this win, Clark.
Not at all. I mean, they showed up not just to play. They showed up to give great effort and to